Hello. Please join me and a couple of friends as we paddle the beautiful Sturgeon Bay near Pointe, Ontario. If you enjoy my work, please consider subscribing to my channel. It would help me a great deal. Thank you very much.
Well, good morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a day trip. It's a canoeing day trip where we're going to spend a day paddling the waters west and south of Sturgeon Bay Provincial Park here in Ontario. One of the nice things about some of these day trips in the North Country is that even though it's a day trip and it's accessible by road, you really get a chance to feel pretty wild and this beautiful scenery, even though, like I said, it's a day trip. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. I'm along with a couple of friends of mine and get a chance to see what we're doing. We're going to be paddling from Sturgeon Bay Provincial Park south to the Pointe Baril station and back around again. It's about 22 kilometers for the day. There they are. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Leave a little bit of air in this if the boat does flip, it'll float. There's theoretically no board caution today, so dock here at Sturgeon Bay for a go. We've got a south wind, at least right now we do anyway. So we'll see what happens. I've kept them waiting long enough. Well, as we come by here, you'll get a look at my canoeing partners for today. There they are. Yeah. Sturgeon Bay Park is a small park, and so you get out of the area of the park very quickly, and but it's connected if you paddle far enough to Sturgeon Bay, and so there's lots of inlets and passages and all the rest just outside of here, which are really nice. And even though it's cottage country, so to speak, it's north cottage country because it's a bit of a drive from Toronto for a weekend. It's not that people won't do it, but many people would go a shorter distance. And you have full Canadian shield here, lots of roads and feel to it, so it's very pretty. So again, to sit in the car, you have a very nice day trip with all the natural features where you don't have to go on a long trip. And we have to recognize our daily lives. Sometimes we just don't have the time to do big trips. And so this way we can steal a day here and there with friends. Because of course getting everybody together for a bigger trip is difficult with everyone's schedules. So it's here last time in the fall. It was cloudy and cold and threatening rain, and today is absolutely beautiful. So you'll see to my right as we leave this cove, there's a marina up here, and on the left of this direction, my left, is the park, and the opposite side is the small marina they have here, and then we get out into Sturgeon Bay. And going south, so the wind isn't south wind, it's a west wind, which makes a bit of sense from the cold front we got a couple of days ago. Lots of small cottages. It's nice here. The water's a bit warmer than it was in Algonquin a month ago, as you might expect. Go through this rock garden. Hopefully you can see to my left and right some of these features, which are pretty nice. We got lots of clear water here. You can see down a good distance, probably 20 feet, I would think. Big paddle helps when you're into the wind. On the other side there, I was getting 4.5 to 4.8, and was probably 15 to 20 kilometers an hour. with, at least with the gusts anyway. So it allows you to make progress when you do. Taking a path through the islands here so that it's a big loop more than an out and back makes it interesting. This is a fairly good sized island here on the right, whose name escapes me. Paddling buddies. Back, go to the front. The wind probably won't affect us as much either. It's coming from my right. Should get some shelter here. No, that's not bad. It's moving around a little bit because of the bubbles. But when the boat's playing, it's actually less of an issue for canoes than when they. We're in Pointe Baril, just at the hardware store. Sit down somewhere here and get my rope. We're underway. We just had a nice lunch and dockside here at Pointe Baril. Now we're putting our nose into the wind. bald eagles. Awesome. And then we've come around the bottom part of our trip and are now heading back along the western side of Sturgeon Bay, and got another 6.5 kilometers to go. But there's so many islands and bays here that you can head paddle in this and never really see the same spot twice except at the end, which is pretty nice. There's a few powerboats here, but not really, you know, given the number of cottages here, it's really not that bad. Going back to sea, Billy.
Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Indeed. We're going back to sea. So we have 4.8 left according to my plan anyway. And it's just been a beautiful day here. We just had a little siesta for half an hour, which was very nice. Released a pain in an old man's hips, and here we go, up the way. This is, you'll see as we paddle behind me, there's cottages, and ahead, I'll leave the camera on for a minute or two here, you'll see there's no cottages on these shores because this is a conservation area to the west of, and off the top of my head, I think it's the Pointe Baril Conservation Reserve or something. And so it really looks nice now because you've got the same landscape without the buildings. You'll notice that boat passing, and he didn't slow down. It's actually better. When a boat is planing like that, they leave a very minor wake for a canoe. The worst is when a boat is plowing or puts or slows down and digs into the water. You can get quite a wake. So here we go. We're going to go over the wake now just so you can see it. And this is maybe a foot, maybe 10 inches or so. There's certainly no trouble at all for a canoe. And, you know, but it's surprising sometimes the wakes that a Sea-Doo will produce, depending on how they're driving them. I've had some significant wakes off those over the years. just got done 19.1K, and we're back at the dock here at Sturgeon Falls. A very nice day, and just now got to pack up and take it back to the campsite, have some fellowship, and then time to go back. Thanks for coming along.
So the trip we did here at Sturgeon Bay was a big loop type trip, and we started at item 1 up at Sturgeon Bay Park proper, and then paddled around the point and then largely south-southeast, and then due east into Point Baril, which is labeled as number 2. When we finished our lunch, came back out of there, we then traveled in the southwesterly direction, and one of those small islands there marked at 3 was where the eagles were seen. As we came around the bottom of our loop and heading then again northwest before heading north, we passed the channel that takes you out to Sturgeon Bay. This is marked as number 4. Unfortunately, the battery on my camera did not last the trip and expired. I would have liked to have shown the remote bay that I found there at number 5, and I went just into it a little bit to have a look at it, but ultimately it was had to remain only as in my mind's eye. We then paddled up and around and back to item 1 at Sturgeon Bay Park. Compared to my other videos, you'll notice this route is more ragged, and that's simply because I made a mistake when I was storing things and I deleted the wrong track, so I'm left here with my satellite track on this, but you get the basic idea. Thank you very much for watching my video today, and look forward to seeing you again. Please subscribe if you get a chance. It's much appreciated and it helps me build the channel.